Right, welcome to the Shaneanigans bar and a special guest in the building tonight. Sam, what's the crack?
Hello.
The Irishman, all the way from Cork. So, tell us the truth. What do you Cork boys actually call us Dublin boys?
You can't swear on me.
I've been reprimanded before this show, so I'll just say great colleagues.
Good old colleagues. Did you say colleagues or colleagues?
You tell me.
Well, that's it. A colleen, for those at home that don't know, like, is girl, it basically means. The Irish for girl, so us lads, good old colleens them, you know what I mean? So before we actually go into, a little chat with Sam, all about stunt driving, all about MMA and all about life, let's check Sam out in action. That is our Sam in action. I mean, I'll be true with you, I'm kind of even tired looking at that. You know what I mean? It's like, whew, man's gassed looking at that. I mean, you've done a lot of stuff in life. A hell of a lot of stuff in life.
Anything but a job, that's my
what's the word? Not contest that. I'll go with that. That's like the same as me.
So you guys know each other from?
We have driven together several times, done a few movie bits, some TV shows, things like that. So we've driven together several times. And Sam is, I'll throw it out there, praise where praise is due, Sam. He's one of the worst drivers I've ever seen. He's one of the best drivers I've come along. It's a real pleasure to work with. So that's why he's got a real interesting story about what he does with the fighting and everything that we'll get to. With your driving, Sam, I want to know where it all started from. Let's tell everyone where it all started.
Well, the main part was a Mark I Fiesta in a field.
Phew! Mark 1 Fiesta. You were that Mark 1 Fiesta head.
Yeah, and I was in the field as well. Mark 1 Fiesta was my first car, my road car. A Fiat 126 in a field was my starting block.
Insane.
How old were you then?
14, 15. Shout out to Dave Preston, that was his car.
Shout out to Dave Preston.
Has he still got it?
Oh, I doubt it.
Left it in the field,
yeah.
And
it's resting in pieces.
What was your first car then? Like road car?
I learnt to drive in a Renault 25.
Oh, big old
which my granddad gave my mum and my mum gave to us.
Wow, okay.
And then my sister found first gear on the dual carriageway and took the engine block straight out of the car. Actually got it into first.
Really?
Amazing. Yeah. So it was incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, amazing.
Love that.
That's a big old bang down, isn't it?
It was huge.
It's like the automatics when you're driving an automatic, you know what I mean? And you're flat out doing 60 on the motorway, and then you see it says the P for power. So you're like, put another power, lads.
R for race.
Do not try that at home.
They've actually got a slipper clutch on them. Nothing happens. It just makes a noise.
You've done it.
It's really disappointing.
You're supposed to be a professional. Talking about Sam, let everyone know, because your driving background's really interesting. You've done a lot from development driving to racing driving to stunt driving. Can you give us a little bit of taster of each?
So I started karting as a kid. And then moved to the UK, started racing Formula cars, so Formula Zeus, Formula Ford.
So single-seaters?
Single-seater type stuff. And then got out to America, did some Ford 2000 in America. Ran completely out of money.
As you do in most motorsports.
Parents moved into a tent.
Disowned you ever since.
Yeah. Came back to the UK, started getting into different kinds of GT cars.
You've been in GTs?
Yeah, little bits and pieces, not a huge amount of GT stuff.
I've got to claim a little bit of GT, well, I suppose.
Little bit, yeah.
A little bit. I've done quite a bit of GTs actually, but yeah, sorry, go on, digress.
Moved from that to, did some Nippon stuff, some high power Japanese stuff. Nice. That was fun, all good fun. Then got into classics, so that's really good fun. Then I kind of thought, it was about the time of the recession. So
Which year?
Yeah, all of them. just a permanent recession. Moved out. Oh, I didn't move out. I went out to California, trained as a stunt driver or precision driver, whichever way you want to call it.
With Bobby Orr, right?
Did it with Bobby, yeah.
Bobby Orr, so it was a famous stunt school, so
yeah. Yeah, and I've gone back and forth to him quite a few years now. So he's an absolute legend of a man.
And you brought in martial arts into your driving, right? So because you do defensive driving, so if royalty or famous people and so on.
Yeah, so we do. I started off judo as a kid, then moved into karate and did karate for a long time. Then I got into Krav Maga.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's really cool. Krav Maga's got
I think I tried it one time. It was disgusting.
Yes,
you can have that for free.
Yeah, so then there we are. Cheers, George.
Oh, I'm getting it hard tonight.
Sorry?
I'm going home.
So that's the art of like protecting royals and all that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, it's an Israeli type of self-defense.
Right.
So the IDF invented it. A guy called Imi Lichtenfeld invented it.
Okay.
Moved from that, and then I kind of took all that in karate and Krav Maga and got back into MMA.
Right.
And jiu-jitsu and wrestling, and then just started amalgamating all of them. So if you go to any MMA club, most of them will do jiu-jitsu and boxing and kickboxing and Muay Thai and karate. And
so are you still in the movies at the moment, though?
Yeah, okay. I'm filming tomorrow.
Right.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm going to throw Sam under the bus here. Sam, what are you filming at the moment?
I can't tell you that.
Right, because the check hasn't cleared, right?
Exactly right.
So I know from
no promo.
We've worked on gigs like this before, and everyone's like, "What are you filming?" You can't say anything. So when it's in production, you can't say anything.
Are you in the filming that you're doing right now? Are you driving, or are you fighting, or?
I'm driving.
You're driving
and crashing.
And crashing. Okay.
Intentionally. So that's
yeah.
Driving and crashing. Okay, well let's go straight into what we like to do. Is basically we like to take a few clips from what's going on the internet, and this is track day failures. Basically, we want to talk about crashing.
That right there is my show reel.
He's not lying.
But you know, a lot of the madness about that is, I mean, when you take boys out on track days for the first time and they just do not know what's going on, the cars passing and things going around and trying to correct things and in the hedge. I mean, I don't think I've ever stacked it on a track day, but certainly in races. One of the first things there was Spa. I remember it was a foggy day in Spa, and you know, it's a big lap in Spa. And I was turning, braking for the right-hander, the little hairpin, and it was because of the fog. There was a girl in a Porsche. She thought she was on a different part of the track, and she was accelerating. So as I stopped to turn in, she hit me at 140 mile an hour. I mean, this TVR Tuscan R400 was destroyed, absolutely destroyed. So I had a big off, technically.
No fault of your own.
And no fault of my own, but you know, so it happens. It happens.
Too often.
What's your favourite track
for
racing?
Spa's up there,
really?
I'd imagine, yeah. Silverstone's cool because it's so fast and wide and crazy, but Spa's pretty special, isn't it?
No, it is absolutely.
You have to drive it, don't it? Everyone says Spa is the most amazing track, but until you think, oh, it's a cliche.
If you can remember it.
Yeah, there's that too.
Right.
It's so long.
It's massive.
It just goes on and on and on. It's an amazing track, but no, God, I don't know what year I raced at 03 or something like that, 04. But so in terms of all the MMA stuff now, let's move into a little bit more of the action-packed kind of hands-on stuff that you're doing. Rick
Live's on all of us tonight, isn't he?
Rick's on there. Who's getting picked on, man?
Right there, Rick.
So why did you start getting into fighting in the first place? just because of your skills and what you were doing for acting?
You'd probably have to ask my parents. I think it was anger issues as a little kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
So-
let's make him go somewhere and release it somewhere else.
So your
I think
judo
that's the main
steps
thing.
into your karate steps
Yeah,
into, so that's
exactly.
for a kid like.
Yeah, really young. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. And now you're into MMA. What is MMA for those at home who don't know what MMA is?
So it's mixed martial arts.
Okay. And what do you specialise? Is it? How did you say, Craig McGowan?
Who's he?
Yes, that's exactly what I said. That's disgusting.
We haven't met.
Who's that guy from Big Brother?
Is that a martial art itself? Is it?
No, it's self-defense technically.
Oh, okay.
But so Krav Maga is kind of like MMA because it takes the best part of all the disciplines. So for striking, it would be boxing. For
Right.
kicking, it would be Muay Thai or kickboxing.
And do you specialise in certain, like take Conor McGregor for instance? He specialises in getting his head kicked in.
Steady.
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 Calm down now.
I tell you what,
Irish representation in the
please
building.
take that off. Delete that out before this goes out and he comes and kicks my head in.
Well, hold on a minute. On that note, let's take a look at what Conor McGregor can do. Just in case you meet him one day, Nathan. This is what MMA is.
One punch picker. Chopping elbow. Anyways, now going over the top. Look at Randall looks hurt. 10 seconds. Oh, he's out. Could he?
And of course, that's what we're talking about, Nathan.
I'm only one. Yeah, he's amazing.
A
Of
shout
course.
out to a couple of the boys there, Brad Pickett and a pal of mine, Bad Boy Bailey, just in a few of those clips earlier, and obviously all the way into Conor McGregor. I mean, let's talk a little Conor. I mean, obviously, are you pro Conor? Are you against Conor? What are you saying?
I'm a huge fan.
You're a huge fan. Good, me too.
Huge fan.
He's obviously he's a Monster Energy family too, Conor. So that's why we can't be having any disrespect.
Of course, I'm only winding you up. Of course.
Oh, they're like a serious there.
I'm saying that now in case there was the remotest chance that anyone showed him that. And he
We
comes
can
and
make
kicks
it
my
happen.
head and- Yeah, great.
So you have a fight coming up yourself.
I do. Well, yeah, so it was originally going to be March. Then it went to April with everything that's going on at the minute.
Yep.
So the date keeps going back. So now it's probably June, July time.
Now, obviously, we've spoken about this before, and this is a big fight for you, right? It means a lot to you. You're fighting for a particular cause. Do you mind if we?
Yeah, man. So every fight is always a big fight for you. But this time I thought if I'm going to go in and take some shots. Unfortunately, last year we lost our little baby due to the complications.
God bless.
Thank you very much. So the room that we were in was a special bereavement room in the hospital, and without that and the nurses and everyone who did it for us, we wouldn't have got through it. But in looking into it, I found out that some hospitals don't have a bereavement room. So these people who'd be losing whoever they'd have would be in a ward with other people.
So it's support, basically. The
Yeah,
support network.
Yeah, so I decided I'd like to go on a journey now to do my best for my local hospital to try and get a bereavement room. So that's
Amazing.
the
Love that,
target.
Sam.
Big in the game.
Yeah, I love that.
Big in the game.
Yeah.
We really want you guys to jump in and support Sam as much as possible. Now, Sam is a social media phobe, right? He doesn't really jump onto much of that. So check out these links that are coming up on the screen. Also, Sam's social media will come up. Once it's announced, then we can start knowing what dates are. I think Shane, we're going to go to this as well. I think, aren't we?
Hell yeah!
Try and go along, support Sam. Guys, Sam will announce at some point when tickets are available. Come along, come hang out. Let's support Sam and make this happen. It's for an awesome cause, man.
Yeah, we're going to have a Just Giving page. We'll all announce it. It's hard to do it when we don't have an actual date, and my opponent hasn't even been matched yet.
No, 100%. Well, listen, hopefully we can all make it for that. And
Thank you very much.
I suppose on a Just Giving scenario, are you ready to just give away
Before we-
300 quid?
Yeah, man.
Just before we do that,
Yeah.
there was one other thing that I wanted to just touch on. that I've mentioned on the live. So if anyone can tune in on the little lives as well. Sam, can we talk about so Sam's opening a stunt school that is so you can come along and learn how to do what we do for a living. But it'll be essentially a movie set, and you'll come along and drive on that movie set. You'll get your DVD to take away, so you're actually come and get a taste of what we do for day-to-day life. Now, do we know when this is happening, or?
So it's going to be the later part of the year.
Okay.
Again, it was going to be early this year, but again, with everything that's happening, it's been pushed back. It's going to be the later part of the year.
And I'm going to come and do a couple of little slots, do some.
What are you going to do, Nathan?
Come along. Well, sing. I'm going to come along, and apparently there's an amazing buffet at lunchtime, so I'll be there.
He's going to audition, and then we'll decide if he's going to come.
Yeah, right.
I like it.
So keep tuned to Sam's socials so that we can know when that's
Yeah,
coming
we'll have a big announcement
and
about
I
that
think
will come out.
I'm going to throw you under the bus here, and we're probably going to give away a session on here at some point as well. So
We can do that.
come and do
Absolutely
it.
right.
He doesn't know that, but we've just given away.
We're going to spin the DM.
For get someone to come and do it, and it'll be a lot of fun. That
cool.
But you're right. It's time to win someone £300 worth of site credit.
Let's do it.
So what we do, guys, is this is the point now. We're going to get Sam to throw the ball. Sam, you just need to sign the tub for us first, if you will.
I can do that.
Hands up there. So we're going to pick 3 names at random. So the first one, if Sam gets this in, you will win £300 of site credit. If he misses, I'll pick someone else, and we will go again and again until he does, up to 3 times. If he doesn't get any in, we will do a rollover, and it will be 400 quid next week.
$400 then, man. It's going up good, isn't it?
Sam, it's all yours. So, right.
All right.
Okay, so this one is Megan Giles. So Megan, this is for you. Sam gets this in, you get 300 quid to spend on the site. So this is for Megan. Come on, Sam. Okay, so
it was close though.
I would like to say he's better at driving than basketball, but I'm not too sure. Let's have a look. Aaron Love. Aaron, if this goes in, it's 300 quid coming your way of site credit.
Oh!
Sam, we're going to get right. We've got one more. Nicholas Newton.
Is this regulation?
Yeah, this is regulation.
Yeah. Okay.
Dang, regulation.
It's tough under pressure, man.
It is.
Okay, so that's going to be a rollover. That's 400 quid of site credit for the next show.
Sorry.
So what we need to do now is, Sam, you've been amazing. We're going to go over and pick some winners for some cars.
Ladies and gentlemen from the Shaneanigans bar. I did that in an MMA style. Did you like that?
I did.
Ladies and gentlemen from the Shaneanigans bar. Big round of applause for Sam.
Sam.
Right, let's pick some winners, Nate.
Okay, let's do it.